Okay, so I think since we can go ahead with the webinar. So a very good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining today's webinar. My name is Swapnil Chaurasia, and I'm a master's student at the University of Tokyo in the Department of Civil Engineering. I will be facilitating today's webinar. So today's webinar is about study and work in Japan. And this study and work in Japan is a project by JASO and the University of Tokyo India office, and it aims to promote education in Japan by motivating young students to choose Japan as a preferred destination for future studies. A series of webinars is being organized under this program in which we will have presentations by experts from different universities across Japan who will be providing you information and guidance on various educational programs being offered in Japan. So Japan, even after being the third largest economy with the highest employment rate among the developed nations, is not a very popular country for higher education. This is mainly due to lack of information and various misconceptions like Japanese language requirements, living costs, lifestyles, job prospects, etc. So during this webinar, most of these questions will be answered. And if you have further questions, please write them down in the Q&A portal at the bottom of the screen. I repeat, please write your questions in the Q&A portal, not in the chat section. So today's webinar is scheduled for 2 hours. We will first have the introduction by Ms. Sakshi from University of Tokyo India office, which will be followed by the presentations by the representatives of 3 universities, namely the University of Tokyo, Kyoto University, and Shizuoka University. We also have a special presentation by Japan Science and Technology Agency, giving an overview about the works of JST. So each university will have a presentation time of 20 minutes, and it will be followed by a 5 minutes of Q&A session. I will also request the presentees to please keep your audio and video off when you're not presenting. Okay, so without any further delay, I would like to invite Ms. Khushi from the University of Tokyo India office to introduce this project and share an overview about study and work in Japan. So I will stop sharing.
Yeah, so Swapnil-san, my name is Sakshi, not Khushi.
Oh, okay, I apologize for that.
It's okay, it's okay. Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Sakshi and I'm the program assistant here with the University of Tokyo India office. And I'm so glad that you all have joined us today. We have a wonderful hour to spend with you. So let me share my screen. Yeah, my screen is visible.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay, there is slow internet connection. Yeah, so today's webinar, the Study and Work in Japan Session 1 is sponsored by MEXT, the Ministry of Education, Cultural, Sports, Science and Technology in Japan. Our mission is to introduce Japanese universities to you and assist you to study and work in Japan. Also, we plan to introduce more such sessions in future. So I request you to please participate in all sessions to know about education and work opportunities in Japan. So many of you already know that the University of Tokyo has their office in India. Our office is one overseas office for shared utilization by universities to open in India under the Global 30 project. So we provide comprehensive information on Japanese university. We organize fairs throughout India. So yeah, because of COVID-19 from last year, we are doing this online. Okay, why to study in Japan? So these are few reasons why you should study in Japan. Japan is very safe country with low crime rates, and most people are very polite. Japan has simplified student immigration procedure. People are polite and punctual. It has professional population, law-abiding, sincere, responsible citizens, high employability rate, respect dignity of labor, and Japan have deep appreciation and respect for India. And also, Japan is famous for high-tech superhighways. You will live a tech life in Japan. Okay, so Japanese universities have a global reputation for excellence and innovation. With over 10 institutions ranked in the world's top 200 by the QS World Ranking 2021. The University of Tokyo is ranked number 1 in Japan and 24th in the world. Also, several other Japanese universities rank among the top 500. As you can see in the table, there are 80 plus national universities, 90 plus public universities, and approximately 600 plus private universities offering variety of programs in Japan. Many Japanese universities offer courses in English in various disciplines and does have world's best research facilities. Okay, so in Japan, tuition fee is same for local and foreign students. Fee at national university, if you ask me in Indian rupee, it is approximately 6 lakh per year, whereas you have to pay 18 lakhs in US university. Also, you all can apply for tuition fee exemption while studying in Japan. Living cost. So apart from academic fee, there is some information about average monthly living cost in Japan. So on an average, you will have to spend approx 60,000 Indian rupees monthly to live in Japan. Also, the cost may vary by metropolitan areas and rural areas. As of now in Japan, there have been total 28 Nobel Prize winners. The mention of them are from University of Tokyo. Yeah, this should be one of the main reason why to study in Japan. Japan has it all. Bustling cities with cutting-edge fashion and technology, snow-capped peaks, tropical beaches, and 23 World Heritage Sites. The world-renowned cuisine, hot springs, cherry blossom, and summer festival. So you will get an extraordinary experience while studying in Japan. Okay, these are few challenges for students who wish to study in Japan. For language barrier, I suggest learn as much conversational Japanese at your home country. You may not be perfect, but can manage simple communication. Loneliness, you can make friends with lab mates, foreigners, neighbors. You can join university volunteer groups. Food of choice, yes, there are so many Indian restaurants in Japan, or you can cook by yourself. Extreme weather, as I told you in my previous slide, Japan is blessed with the nature, so you don't have to worry about that. Natural hazards, the standard of medical treatment in Japan is extremely high, so there is a subsidized national health insurance for students. Japan have good healthcare facilities available, so please don't worry about natural hazards. In Japan, a bachelor's program lasts for 4 years, and it will take up to 2 years to complete master's degree and a minimum of 3 years to earn a PhD degree. or this number may vary depending on the faculty. Like for medicines and veterinary sciences, it will take 4 years. You can enroll in a course to earn a degree as a regular student, or if you are not studying to earn a degree, you can enroll as research credit earning audit student. Yeah, most of the Japanese universities allow 2 intakes. This is to give you a general idea. For the spring semester, application process starts from September to October, and for autumn semester, application process starts from March to April. Okay, so this is a brief information for you on how to study in Japan. First, you'll have to find a suitable school in Japan, and then you have to apply your school at least 6 months before your course start if you want to study on a student visa. If you are accepted, then the university will then help you to apply for a student visa. Then after then you can arrive in Japan, and please don't forget to apply for work permit in the airport if you want to do a part-time job while studying in Japan. Okay, so this is basically the steps you should follow when preparing for application to graduate school. In Japan, most graduate school programs for both non-degree students and degree-seeking students require a research or proposal. Firstly, you'll have to prepare the research plan. Then you will have to find the professor in your field of interest, contact them, send them a letter of recommendation from your previous academic advisor, discuss your research plan, and obtain consent to be accepted into their laboratory prior to your enrollment. Once you are sure this is the right program for you, submit the required documents. Okay, this is about scholarship. There are so many scholarship available for overseas student. Japanese government makes scholarship. So you will have to apply through embassy for this scholarship. Honor scholarship. This scholarship is basically for privately financed international students. So you'll have to apply through university you are enrolling in. Many of students ask us if there are any exchange support program. So yeah, this program is, this scholarship is for you. You have to apply through current school of home country. Local government and private organization scholarship, for this you'll have to apply through university. Yeah, talking about jobs and career in Japan, approximately 76% of privately financed international students in Japan are working part-time. They earn about 59,000 yen per month on an average. So you are allowed to work up to 28 hours a week. The hourly minimum wage for countryside is around 800 to 900 yen, and for about 1,000 to 1,100 yen in metropolitan areas. You can also find an internship for yourself in university career centers, job search websites, dedicated internship agents, or through dedicated internship agents. Okay. So this graph is indicating the steady job situation, been over 90% in Japan. During the 2019 to 2020 academic year, the rate reached 97.8%, which means nearly all the students were able to get a job upon graduation. Okay, so here the left graph is indicating that in the past 10 years, the number of foreign students employed in Japan increased from 9,584 in 2009 to 25,942 in 2018. And the right figure is to show you that Just under 20% of foreign students started their career with manufacturing companies, while over 80% decided to work for non-manufacturing companies. So yeah, this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for your interest and attention. If anyone who like more information or has question, please feel free to contact us at this mentioned email address. We would be happy to assist you. You can also like and follow our Facebook page to get the updates regarding study in Japan webinars. We will be having more such webinars in future. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Sakshi, for providing us so much of information in such a limited span of time. You gave a very nice overview about the education system in Japan and also talked about the job prospects and future career opportunities. As we all know that studying abroad is a huge financial investment, so knowing about the opportunities and the huge potential that Japan holds for having a blooming and financially rewarding career is very motivating for students. So thank you for shedding light in these important and crucial aspects of information. So
Thank you so much.
thank you.
Sophie-san, I would like to inform all of the attendees that we are recording this session and we will be uploading the recording soon on our website. So feel free to keep an eye out for that.
Yes, you mentioned a very nice point, Ms. Sakshi, that these recordings are available on the website of University of Tokyo India office. So even the future webinars recordings will be available and attendees can join and see those webinars and get the information from the universities of their liking. So thank you again.
Thank you.
So now moving forward, we next have the presentation session from the universities. So our first presentation is by the University of Tokyo. University of Tokyo, or we commonly call it Todai, is one of the most prestigious university in Japan. UTokyo has 10 faculties, 15 graduate schools, and enrolls about 30,000 students every year, out of which 2,100 are international students. So Todai has a huge alumni base with numerous Nobel scholars, prime ministers, field medalists, etc. So from University of Tokyo, we are joined by Dr. Borapang, who belongs to Graduate School of Information Science and Technology. I hand over the mic to Dr. Borapang now.
Thank you very much for your kind introductions. So as introduced, I am from Graduate School of Information Science and Technologies. So this presentation is going to be just about our Graduate School of Information Science and Technologies. Sorry if you want to hear something that are not related to information science and technologies here. I'm Warapong Supkit Paisan. I'm actually from Thailand. So I have some Thai accents. Please accept my apologies for this. Okay, to begin my presentation, let me show you videos about our graduate school. The video will be about 8 minutes long.
Here, it's just a standard 2D drawing. However, as soon as you put push pins, you can start making them animate. I'm working on interactive techniques for computer graphics. Our goal is to help people to create their own graphics by providing easy-to-use tools. Specifically, we have been developing tools such as for 2D animations, 3D graphics, and even for physical things such as plush toys and paper airplanes.
We are doing researches for exploring real-time power and high-speed sensory information processing system.
Professor Ishikawa has developed a floating display called an air tablet. The system recognizes hand gestures using stereo cameras. Users can perform fast, precise screen manipulations in the air with very little delay, just as with a regular tablet. Another application of these techniques is the rock, paper, scissors robot, a robot with a 100% win rate. The robot can detect an adversary's move before it's completely shaped, so it beats human opponents by controlling its fingers almost instantaneously. A key technology which makes this research possible is a 1000 frames per second image processing system. The system will have a significant impact on human-machine interaction technologies. Professor Iwata works on optimization, a mathematical tool that unifies several disciplines and has an impact on everyday life. Examples of his studies include matching theory, which finds optimized matches between people who have their own preferences or wishes, and research into the minimization of energy loss in power systems. Professor Iwata received the Fulkerson Prize for his work on efficient algorithms for submodular optimization. Recently, he has initiated collaborations with researchers from other fields and applies optimization to chemoinformatics and smart grids.
So optimization will be the key technology for sustainable development, which is particularly important in societies with growing populations like India. Why don't you join us to create a bright future with your mathematics?
Used instead of metal. The goal for the research is to help bring robots into all aspects of our daily lives.
We succeeded to reduce 30% energy in our campus using ICT technologies. We can control anything like lights, and also we are happy to contribute to the Earth using Internet by Design.
Professor Esaki aims to construct smart cities using the Internet. His system allows the electrical power consumption of the University of Tokyo to be checked and controlled from anywhere on the globe. Research collaborations have expanded all over the world and include universities in Europe, North America, and Asia, with a particular focus on India. When we look at the Earth at night, we can see a snapshot of civilization. There are no national boundaries, and there is neither infinite space nor infinite resources. Professor Asaki's Smart City Network will contribute to the Earth by achieving sustainable innovation and growth for both human beings and the global society. The Graduate School of Information Science and Technology offers master's and PhD programs in all areas of information technology. These programs are focused on research. Students enrolled are affiliated with a laboratory, attend research seminars, and pursue their own research under the supervision of a professor. There are also non-degree programs for exchange students from partner universities and research students preparing for entrance to the master's or PhD program. A broad range of courses on all areas of information technology are offered, including many courses taught in English. Students are eligible to graduate through English-only education. The University of Tokyo offers a wide range of activities and support to foreign students and researchers. For instance, Japanese language courses are available from beginner level to advanced level. Several introductions to Japanese culture are also offered, like tea ceremony or kimono wearing. The campus has a multitude of facilities, including several cafeterias, which offer vegetarian and halal food. Students can join sports clubs and enjoy indoor and outdoor sports on campus, in addition to Japanese traditional martial arts. Several activities are also regularly organized to discover Japan and promote cultural exchanges between students. The Graduate School of Information Science and Technology of the University of Tokyo is creating the future of our society through producing cutting-edge technology. The key to the future is in your hand.
Thank you very much for your attention to the videos. Now it's time for me to talk. Okay, so I will now try to persuade you by myself why you should come to our graduate school. But to begin persuading you, I should begin with trying to persuade you how good Tokyo is. All right, so you probably have ever heard that Tokyo is actually the most populous metropolitan areas with about 38 million populations. With these numbers of populations, it is of course crowded, but even though it is crowded, it is actually well organized. The public transportation is very good, and you can move between 2 points in Tokyo within just 1 hour or less than that. What is good about having a lot of people here inside Tokyo is you will have everything in your reach. You will have everything in your hand close to your house or close to your campus. For example, within walking distance from our university, we do have a very authentic South Indian food. I have already taken many of our Indian guests to that restaurant, and all of them just said that this is really a South Indian food. I mean, it is vegetarian, it is authentic, it is exactly same as what I can have in India. Tokyo is known to be the safest city, although it is very populous. By the way, my hobby is I usually go to a random train station in Tokyo and do a random walk from that station. And believe me, I have done that for 100 times and have never run into any trouble before. I have ever done that 3 times in other developed countries. And run into some criminal troubles twice. All right, so you can see how different Tokyo are from the capital cities of other developed countries. Tokyo is also known to be the second in QS-based students cities ranking. Number one is London. It is first in employer activities, and it is also first in desirabilities. As an IT people, Tokyo is also good for your careers. Because of its populations, Tokyo have a lot of research companies and research institutions. Indeed, we have those companies and institutions within less than 30 minutes from our university. There are a lot of innovations from them. They are the leaders in IT industries. For example, if you look in gaming industry, they have Sony, Nintendo, Square Enix, Sega, or Konami. All of them, 85% of gaming console market share is located within 30 minutes from our campus. We also have a lot of startups from our graduate school. For example, if you work in machine learning, probably you have ever heard about deep learning. And probably you have ever used a deep learning library called as PyTorch. Actually, the beginning of PyTorch was from a company spin-off from our university, Preferred Network. They also do have the greatest supercomputers, which is the supercomputers that use least energies in the world. So if you are in Tokyo, you will have a lot of chance to do research with them. You will have a lot of chance to get part-time jobs at those companies. Ms. Saxi has mentioned that the minimum wage of the part-time job here in Tokyo is about 1,100 yen, which is about 600 rupees. But if you are working in those IT companies, the minimum wage that I have heard from our students is about 2,300 yen, which is about 1,500 rupees. All right, the maximum that I have ever heard is about 6,000 rupees. Sorry, 6,000 yen. That is one opportunity. You will also have a chance to being close to them will give you a lot of opportunities to discuss with them that would lead to a better job opportunities after your graduation. Not only Japanese companies, a lot of global tech companies has a very big R&D centers in Tokyo. Many of them have the largest R&D centers in Asia in Tokyo. So being in Tokyo is going to be very good for your IT careers. As mentioned before, the University of Tokyo is known to be the most competitive university in Japan. We are the 24th in QS World University ranking, and we are the 36th in Tom Higher Education's World University ranking. This is already mentioned before, but our tuition fee is reasonable compared to other global top university. And we have the tuition system. People usually say that accommodation price in Tokyo is expensive. Indeed, this is more expensive than any other cities in Japan, but this is not that expensive at all. For example, my room cost me about 70,000 yen per month, including waters, including electric, including gas, including internet. This is actually very reasonable compared to other major cities like Paris or London or New York. We also have dormitories prepared for our students. Some dormitories will cost students only for about 30,000 yen per month. Now it's time for me to discuss about our Graduate School of Information Science and Technologies. We are graduate school, so we do only have master and PhD students. We have about 500 master students and about 200 PhD students. We have 6 departments. Department of Computer Science, which will deal with the fundamental of information science. Mathematical informatics, which is a hybrid between pure mathematics and information science. Information physics and computing is a hybrid between physics and information science. Then we have information and communication engineering, which is a hybrid between electrical engineer and information science. Mechanoinformatics, a hybrid between mechanical engineering and information science, and creative informatics, which deal with creative information, creative applications of information science. You can see over here that even though our graduate school's name is Information Science and Technologies, we are dealing with a lot of topics here. And we are welcoming you even though you are not majors in computer science now. We gradually welcome you, even you are mathematicians, even you are physicists, even you are electrical engineer, even you are mechanical engineers. Our graduate courses are very research oriented. We expect our master students to spend most of their time on research. We expect our doctoral students to spend almost all of their times for research. So if you are thinking, even you are not thinking about pursuing your doctoral course in Japan or in our university, our master course will give you a good fundamental of research to you and will prepare you for a doctoral course in any top university worldwide. Even though we are focusing on research, we do have a very good set of lectures over here. We have about 100 lectures in information science and technologies open every year. About 40% of them are in English. So you can join the most relevant course to you in English at our graduate school. Okay, now let me discuss about our entrance examination. The most important information that I would like to mention in this presentation is we will organize a guidance for our admission on May the 22nd. All right, and this event is going to be very special because we are not going to talk only about our entrance examination, but all laboratories inside our graduate school will open a Zoom URL over there. You can access to those Zoom URL and really discuss with our professor, which is and really discuss with our professor, which is going to be, in my opinion, a very valuable experience for you. Our professors are leaders in information science and technologies people. All right, so even you are not considering joining us on next year, even though you are not considering joining the examinations to be organized soon, I do encourage you to join the guidance. I do encourage you to go there and discuss with professors who are working in the field that you want to work for at the guidance. This is going to be a unique and very weird opportunities that you will have a chance to discuss with the leaders of the field. All right. Well, let me spend a few minutes discuss about our entrance examinations. Normally, we require that applicants have to be in Tokyo to take the examination, but due to COVID-19 situation, it is possible to take the examination from your home countries, from your home through the internet. We will accept the applications from June the 1st to June the 7th. So it's going to be only 1 month from now. If you want to join us by this examination, please begin preparing your documents as soon as possible because some documents will take time to prepare. For example, TOEFL score will take you a few weeks to prepare, all right? And if you pass the examination, you can admit from October 2021 or April 2022. The examinations will be organized in August, from August the 5th to August the 30th. We will organize the winter examination again later, from November the 18th to November the 24th. The examinations will be organized at the beginning of February. And if you pass these winter examinations, you can enter our graduate school from April the 22nd. All right. All information about our regular examinations is announced at this URL. Okay, I just want to discuss a little how our examination look like. We are serious. We are very serious about our examination. Here are questions that we have at our previous examinations. We will test you your knowledge in linear algebra, in analysis, in probabilities and statistics. We will test you some background knowledge in machine learning. I mean, when we talk about machine learning, you may think about something very application oriented, but here is the test on machine learning we have at our graduate school. It is basically mathematics. It is actually difficult. We think that our entrance examination is probably one of the hardest examinations in the world. I mean, the questions over there are probably the hardest in the world. But if you pass this difficult examination, it means that you love solving this kind of problem. You will have a chance to exchange with people, with students who love solving this kind of problem like you. And when you apply for a companies in Japan, they will know that you are capable enough to pass this difficult examination. It's going to be a good certification for you. All right, so yeah, that's why if you love solving these mathematical questions, you are cordially invited to join us. And we do not care if you graduate from Department of Computer Science or not. We do not care if you graduate from top universities or not. If you can solve these difficult questions, you will be admitted. All right, that was about the regular examinations. Next, let me discuss about the special admission. Our special admissions is organized only for non-Japanese residing outside Japan like you. We are going to accept about 10 to 15 students every year. Unfortunately, the information about the special admission this year has not been decided yet. We have a plan to decide about our special admissions in this August. So the information that I will discuss here is the information that we have on previous call for application. And we hope that the upcoming call for applications will be somewhat similar to what we have now. All right, so we are going to accept about 10 to 15 students from abroad by this special admission. 5 to 7 applications will be accepted for mixed scholarships. All right. Although these applications will not prioritize any nationalities, mixed scholarship will prioritize those who are from South Asia or Vietnam or Thailand. All right. So if you are from these countries, you are prioritized to the mixed scholarships at our graduate school. As discussed by Ms. Saxi before, mixed scholarship will provide you allowance which is more than enough, about 150,000 yen per month. It will provide you tuition fee exemption. It will provide you travel costs to and from Japan. And basically, many of our students do not receive only 150,000 yen per month because there are a lot of part-time job opportunities in Tokyo, especially for IT people. So as far as I know, most of our students can receive about, I don't know, more than 200,000 yen per month, even they are master students. Our last call for applications, the deadline for our special admission was on November the 6th. And the enrollment will start from September of the upcoming year. So for example, if you reapply on this November, your admission will start from September 20 to 22nd. Here is the lab schedule. The deadline is going to be in November, and we will notify you the result in December. Even for this special admission, we will check your knowledge on the topics that you want to study. You need to have a deep knowledge on the topics that you want to study. For example, if you want to do machine learning, you need to have a deep knowledge on analysis and linear algebra. If you apply for our doctoral course, you need to have a strong research abilities in addition to the deep knowledge on what you want to study. Okay, that's all I would like to discuss. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Professor Warapong, for such an informative session and detailing all the information that and all the courses that are available in the Graduate School of Science, Information Science and Technology. We have been getting a lot of questions in the Q&A portal, and I feel that it will be quite difficult to choose some of the questions. And the questions are very general in nature. They're generally about the admission process. So can you, some common question that we have been getting are, is there any CGPA criteria for getting admissions in the Graduate School of Information Science and Technology? Can you answer that?
There is some eligibilities for our graduate school, but we do not require you to graduate from Department of Computer Science or related department. So as soon as you can solve our entrance examination questions, you will be admitted.
Okay, so for Graduate School of Information Science and Technology, the question paper that you showed in your presentation, like you have to get very good information of knowledge of mathematics and machine learning for getting admission, if I'm right. Okay, is there any question you would want to pick
Yes,
up, or
yes.
should?
I mean, especially if you want to.
Yes.
I have not read the questions yet, so maybe I will pick the questions during the next presentation.
Okay. Also, as Professor Varapong said, that they have this admission guidance session in the coming time. So the students who are interested in this can join, and their question will be answered in that session. So. In general, I would want to answer one point that this session by Professor Warapong is among one of the 15 graduate schools of University of Tokyo. So apart from Graduate School of Information Science and Technology, there are 14 other graduate schools which the students may be interested in. For example, I am from Graduate School of Engineering. So the admission process for Graduate School of Engineering is quite different, and each graduate school has a different admission process. So all the attendees, please take a note that you can get the idea of the admission process from the university sessions, but you can have even more opportunities if you visit the website of the university. So that is all from, I think, University of Tokyo. So we should move ahead with our session. So Professor Varapong, can you stop sharing the screen?
Yes, thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you
And
very
I'm
much,
looking
Professor.
forward to meeting some of you at our guidance on May the 22nd.
Yes. Thank you very much, Professor Varapong. So I will share this agenda slide. So next, we have the presentation by Kyoto University. Kyoto University, or Kyodai, is also one of the most prestigious university in Japan, consistently featuring among the top 5 university. Kyoto University has generated a numerous number of prime ministers, Nobel scholars, and industrialists over the span of time. From Kyoto University, we are joined by Mr. Satoshi Kubo, Section Chief, International Education and Science Mobility Division. So I hand over the mic to Ms. Kawano and Mr. Satoshi. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your kind introduction. And hello everyone. Thank you for your interest in studying in Japan and joining us this session today. I'm Mako Kawano from the Admissions Assistance Office of Kyoto University. It's my pleasure to have this opportunity to talk to you today. Let me start with the university overview. Kyoto University was established in 1897 as the second oldest national university in Japan after University of Tokyo. Since then, the university has applied policy and a strong atmosphere of academic freedom. We believe this is what makes us a top leading research university in Japan. But our reputation is not limited within the country. Kyoto University is highly ranked in various global rankings, such as 33rd on QS and 54th on Times Higher Education World University Rankings. Also, our researchers have been awarded 11 Nobel Prizes to this day. In fact, this is the largest number among Asian universities at the moment. In addition to Nobel Prize, our researchers have received a number of prominent international research awards. It shows Kyoto University students have opportunities to learn directly from the world's top-level researchers. If you are interested in what kinds of research are conducted at the Kyoto University, you may have a look at the research news on our website. We post our new discoveries from which you may find some interesting researches from a wide range of academic fields. It is frequently updated and accessible by scrolling down on our English top page. Next, I'll talk about where the university is located and about the city. The university has 3 campuses across the broader Kyoto city area. In addition, there are 44 off-campus research and educational facilities in Japan and 61 abroad. Our students have access to utilize these facilities for their study. These are the pictures taken in Kyoto in spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Kyoto is the ancient capital city of Japan, which remains as the cultural heart of the country. It's a very popular tourist destination, and you can feel the beauty of the country everywhere in the city. But Kyoto is not only about historical site and traditional culture, but also it's a modern city with many global companies such as Nintendo, a famous game company. The city has good places for shopping and to eat out, so you can enjoy both Japanese traditional culture and the modern aspect in the city. Also, Kyoto is a student-friendly city. There are over 30 universities and around 10% of the population is college students. So the city has everything that the students need. Then I'd like to show you what your study options will be at Kyoto University. If you are interested in Kyoto University for a degree, you will study under one of these 10 undergraduate and 18 graduate schools. In most programs, Japanese is used as a basic language. But having said so, we also have English medium programs, including joint or double degree programs with overseas universities. And for postgraduate studies, there are a number of labs you can actually learn and do research in English. For postgraduate application, it is generally quite difficult to find your intended graduate school and program at the site. For example, if you are interested in chemistry, there could be at least 7 options you can take, like a graduate school of science, engineering, agriculture, energy science, medicine, biostudies, or human and environmental sciences. So it is very common that the research in certain fields are conducted across graduate schools at Kyoto University, and therefore we suggest prospective students to look for their potential supervisor first. You can search for your supervisor through keywords on our activity database. And when you have found the supervisor to best match your research interest, you can then identify the graduate school and the program to look into from the supervisor's affiliation. Once you have selected your potential supervisor and decide the program, please then apply to the Admissions Assistance Office, or AAO, a free online application system. AAO application is a kind of service to connect the prospective student with their potential supervisor. Since our researchers are very busy and receive so many emails, inquiries from unknown persons may easily disregard it. But of course, they are happy to be connected with qualified students. So we established this service system. If applicants receive a positive result through AAO, then they will communicate with the supervisor and discuss to actually proceed with the application to the graduate school of their choice. Next, let me explain about the undergraduate study options in English. The only program we have entirely in English at undergraduate level is civil engineering. This is a 4-year program leading to a Bachelor of Engineering. The program aims students to learn to design and manage civil infrastructures while considering global environmental issues in urban and regional areas. They intake new students in April, and the application period is from late August to early October. For details, please visit the program website. Then I'd like to introduce this very unique program, Kyoto University International Undergraduate Program, or Kyoto IAP. This is a 4.5-year program, which enables the student to learn Japanese and obtain the bachelor degree at the undergraduate school of their choice. As Japanese training will be provided through the program, no Japanese language ability is required to begin with. In the first 6 months, students take intensive Japanese language training and some pre-foundation classes in English. Then they will enroll in one of the undergraduate schools that I showed earlier. During the first and the second year, they will study mainly in English while continuing Japanese language classes. When they get into the 3rd and the 4th year, they will be able to study their major subject in Japanese. Students under this program will be receive full scholarship. And for details, please check the program website. Now I'll talk about how much it will cost to study at Kyoto University. Since Kyoto University is a national university, tuition fees are relatively reasonable and around 5,000 US dollars per year. There is one-time only admission fee of around 2,600 US dollars for the first year only. There is no difference in fees between international students and the local student to study at Kyoto University. A wide variety of scholarships are available for international students to study at Kyoto University, but today I'd like to focus on explaining this Japanese government scholarship, usually called as mixed scholarship, especially about the embassy recommendation scheme, which is different from the university recommendation scheme that was mentioned in the previous presentation. I suggest to students who want to study at the postgraduate program with scholarship to consider this one first, as this is the most common scholarship among international students at Kyoto University. You will receive over 1,000 US dollars per month for living expenses. In addition, the scholarship covers application fee, admission fee, and tuition fees, as well as one round-trip flight ticket to come to Japan. To apply for the mixed scholarship embassy recommendation scheme, you must submit your application to the Japanese embassy or consulate in India for the first screening. The application is actually open now, and the due date is actually next week. So don't miss this opportunity if you intend to come and study in 2022. If you pass the initial screening, then you will be asked to obtain a letter of provisional acceptance from a potential supervisor by around August. As I explained before, in order to start communication with a potential supervisor at Kyoto University, please apply to AO, Admissions Assistance Office, a free online application system. And please note that the schedule after application shown here might change this year due to COVID-19. And for details, please check the website of Japanese Embassy to India. Average living cost in Kyoto is around 800 US dollars per month. Of course, it could be higher or cheaper depending on your lifestyle. We have 7 student housings available for our international students. And if you live in one of them, the rent fees will range from around 115 to 350 US dollars per month for a single type room. There are special supports available, especially for international students on campus, including Japanese language lessons for free of charge. So lastly, I'd like to share 2 video messages from our Indian students, which were recorded last March, just before Anibar graduated successfully.
Everyone, I hope you're doing good. My name is Anirban. I am from Tripura in India. I have a very long and warm association with Kyoto University. I came to Kyoto University in 2015 as a Max scholar. I came to study earthquake engineering. I finished my master's in 2018 from the Graduate School of Engineering. I continued with the PhD program, and very recently I defended my PhD thesis, and I'll be graduating in March 2021. April onwards, I will be joining a Japanese university as a research associate. So yeah, I plan to continue in Japan for a while. My field of research is earthquake engineering, and Japan, being one of the most earthquake-prone nations in the world, was an obvious choice for me. My lab was in the Disaster Prevention Research Institute at Kyoto University. A very unique characteristic of Kyoto University is the freedom of research. You also get to work alongside giants from your field, and you get exposed to world class facilities for your research. And over my last 6 years at Kyoto University, I had the opportunity to present my research output at conferences both domestic and abroad. So, if you are someone who is considering a postgraduate study and want to work in a world class facility alongside giants of your field, I think Kyoto University is the place for you. So, all the best and hoping to see you soon at Kyoto University. Good luck.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ria Serra de Souza. I'm currently enrolled as a second year doctoral course student at the Laboratory of Molecular and Cellular Biology at Kyoto University. And my research theme, or the main focus of my laboratory, is to understand the mechanisms associated with cell death, or also known as apoptosis. So, my work is mainly related to cell death. Also, before I go into too much of details, I would like to take you on a small journey as to how I chose to come to Kyoto University and choose Japan as my destination for my higher studies. So, all my education up till my master course in biomedical sciences, I did it in India. And after that, I interacted with my master's supervisor back in India because he had done his PhD and his postdoctoral studies at the University of Miyazaki in Japan. So he motivated me to go abroad, especially choose Japan as my destination because he has the research experience and he motivated me that I too could go and experience the same. And right from my younger age, I was sort of into Japan because of its various culture and traditions. And I really wanted to take that as an advantage and come over here. And why I chose Kyoto University? Because it is one among the best with regard to research. And it is a very good platform for the younger generation if you want to really build up on your confidence, your communication skills, and if you want to make friends from all around the world, you can just come here and experience all that in just one campus. So I would really recommend you, before you check into any university, go through the guidelines, check why exactly you want to go there and what work you want to focus on. That way you can really motivate yourself and come over. Be it any university anywhere in the world, there are a lot of challenges associated once you try to do your higher studies abroad. Language is one of the most common barrier we notice when we go abroad, but you don't have to worry, especially if you come over to Kyoto University, because they have really good English teaching programs. And also, you can learn Japanese when you have your own free time. You don't have to pressurize yourself too much. You can learn it at your own pace. And the people and the citizens of Japan are very friendly and very hospitable. So you don't have to not try to be yourself. Just be free, enjoy your life, and you just need to work hard and achieve your goals. That's all I would like to say. And yeah, all the best for your future. Thank you.
So this is the end of my presentation. I hope you could find any information useful. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us at this email. So thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Ms. Kavanu, for such an exhaustive presentation where you covered all the aspects, almost all the aspects of how to get admissions into Kyoto University, the timeline and the education process, including undergraduate, master's, and postgraduate. So thank you for giving this insightful new information to the attendees. Regarding the Q&A session, as we have more close to 100 questions, it will be quite difficult for me to choose the questions. So if you have a general scheme of questions in your mind that you would like to answer, you can choose some of the questions, or you can give comments on the general scheme of question that we are seeing.
Well, it is also difficult for us to choose one question. So let us, I'm with my colleague here, so let us answer to each question like a while you proceed with the next presentation.
Yes, that is very helpful. We are getting very good support from all the presentees with the questions. I can choose one or two questions, like are there any entrance examinations for undergraduate courses, or what are the documents required? So a general idea that you can give is, are there any admission examinations?
Yes, of course, there will be an examination, but what examination means may different from our perspective or what they think. And it's depending on which program you are looking for. For instance, today I introduced two different kinds of undergraduate program.
Yes.
One is this one, the civil engineering. So this is the only English medium undergraduate program at Kyoto University. And as I said, the application period will be around late August to early October. So for the details, what documents to submit and what the examination will be like, please visit the program website. And that will give you the clearer idea. And if you are looking at this program called International Undergraduate Program, which connect one of the undergraduate schools that Kyoto University has, this program has different procedures from the civil engineering that I showed earlier. So please, again, check the program website.
Yes. I would also like to mention that many of the important information are being shared in the chat by our panelists, the links to these important information. So please save these links and go through them when you have time. They are very crucial and very important information that are available in the chat. So thank you very much, Ms. Cavano, for your presentation. And I think we should move forward with our presentation with the next university. So I'll share the screen again. So our next presentation is by Shizuoka University. Shizuoka University is another is a national university in Japan. Is a very prestigious university known for its field of engineering and its next-gen technology inventions. It boasts a huge base of eminent alumni, including Mr. Honda, who is the founder of Honda Company. So it has a huge, it has many industrialists and eminent alumni to its name. So from Shizuoka University, we are joined by Professor Dev. And Professor Dev is from the Organization of International Collaboration. So I would hand over the mic to Professor Dev.
Thank you very much, Swapnil, for your kind introduction. Can anybody hear me?
Yes, your voice is fine.
Okay, thank you very much. And my name is Vipin Kumar Deo, and I'm from Shizuoka University. And before I start my talk, I would like to offer my prayers and wishes to everyone, all our attendees in India, and even all our organizers and fellow colleagues from national universities, Tokyo University of Tokyo and Kyoto University. Even under this pandemic situation, we are very kind of you to organize such a webinar. And without this effort, I think so it will be very difficult to contact with the attendees in India. So I hope you all stay safe and healthy. And continuing with my presentation today, as very kind of you to introduce our university, Shizuoka University. And I would like to first share a very short video showing Shizuoka University. Just a minute. Let me start. My screen is shared, yes. I hope everybody can see.
think voice is quite low, Prasadev.
Really? Okay. I think so. It's visual is okay.
Yes,
Sound,
visual is fine.
yeah.
Voice
Sound
is
is
quite
not
low.
so important.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. So with that short presentation, video presentation, now I'll start my presentation. I hope everybody can see. Swapnil, can everybody see?
Yes, Professor Dev, we can see the screen, but it is currently not in the presentation mode. It is in the screen sharing mode.
Okay. Can you give me some pointers here?
I think it's, can you change the slide so we can see whether it's the problem with the slide?
Slide is changed. Can you see?
In my screen, it is the same video slide that is not changed.
Okay. Okay, okay. Thank you. Sorry for this technical glitch. And is it okay now? Okay.
Currently, I can't see any screen, Professor Dev.
Okay. Just a minute. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, it's fine now. Thank you.
So thank you very much. So I will give a short, brief presentation about Shizuoka University. And in today's talk, presentation has been given by Tokyo University and Kyoto University. Ours is also a national university, Shizuoka University. It's located in Shizuoka Prefecture, very close to Mount Fuji. And it is one of the most remarkable, beautiful mountain and very famous all around the world. And it is located in Shizuoka Prefecture. And from our university, we can see it every day. It's very close to us. And it's very beautiful in different seasons. This is a snow-covered white during the winter season. And as you can see in this map, we are located right in the middle from Tokyo and from Osaka and Kyoto. It's almost 1 hour to 1.5 hours. And we have two campuses. One is in Shizuoka campus, another is in Hamamatsu campus. Now, Shizuoka campus and Hamamatsu campus, they are just separated by 80 kilometers, which if you take a Shinkansen will take you almost 20 minutes only to reach from one city to another city. So it will be not such a long distance. And students often take these trains to go from one city to the other, even to take lectures also. And while on the Shinkansen, you can look through the window of the train and you can see Mount Fuji on a good clear weather. Now, Shizuoka campus is on a slight hilltop. So you have a very good view of Mount Fuji also. And it's right in the nature and on the mountaintop. And Shizuoka Prefecture is a very, how to say, nature-friendly prefecture and surrounded with a lot of nature and a lot of industries. We have industries as shown in the slide in different fields. I think so in India, the most popular company, automobile company, Maruti Suzuki. Maruti is a subsidiary of Suzuki parent company, Suzuki. And Suzuki company is based in Hamamatsu. And this Shizuoka University's education program, Asia Bridge program, which I will explain today, is funded by gift support from Suzuki Foundation. We appreciate their support to us. And other industries are also there, piano makers, bike makers, and Shizuoka also has its own airport also nearby, catering to international travelers. And of course, Shizuoka is famous for green tea and fruits. It's a very nature-friendly prefecture. And Shizuoka campus and Hamamatsu campus, both of them are surrounded by this beautiful nature. This is a overview of the two campuses, Shizuoka campus and Hamamatsu campus. Shizuoka campus is on a small hilltop, whereas Hamamatsu campus is on a flat ground as shown in the picture. And we have 6 faculties and 2 research institutes. Overall, we have approximately 10 to 12,000 students. And we have a good faculty member strength who support the students' education, and we motivate them to achieve excellence in different fields. We are a national university, and in our region, we are one of the best. And Shizuoka University has a long history. The first, the inventor, Professor Takanagi, the inventor of television, was from Hamamatsu campus of Shizuoka University. And we have a very beautiful museum which displays his achievements. We also have ongoing educational programs from all around the world. In Europe, in Asia, we have double degree programs with different universities around the world. And we are also focusing very specifically on Asia. We have overseas offices in Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, and hopefully one day very soon we will have an office in India also. I think so there is already sort of an office in southern part of India near Chennai. And then we have a strong link with industry and local government, and especially science, technology, and agriculture. And we have this for 5 years now running Asia Bridge program, which specifically focuses on Asian countries, including India. And it's a undergraduate program, is in Japanese, and the master's program for Asia Bridge program is in English. So we have a growing number of students from Asia. This data is a little bit old, and the number of students from India is increasing, and we wish to increase them further. And our priority areas over a period of time has evolved and developed into broadly these three areas: green bioscience, optical application and imaging, and environmental and energy science. And a lot of researchers in these fields are doing competitive research and publishing very good papers of high impact. So let me talk about Asia Bridge program. What is Asia Bridge program? There are three primary features of it: extensive financial support, industry link is there, and international admissions are accepted in this program. So right from undergraduate program of Asia Bridge program, which is in Japanese, and the master's program, which is in English. Both of them Asia Bridge program has. So what is the merit? As all the students in Asia Bridge program, Asian students, they all get a full tuition scholarship, undergraduate program, and we approximately take 40 students to study in undergraduate program and 40 students to study in master's degree program. This is the list of the faculties which are offering the programs. And I noticed many comments and Q&A. Like, we don't have a medicine field, and unfortunately a dentistry also. So if you are interested in these faculties, please look us up at and contact or send us email regarding these subjects. And if you have any questions also later, I'm eager to answer them pertaining to these faculties. The faculties are humanities and social, education, informatics, science. Science includes biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, and engineering, agriculture, and the same thing goes for master's degree. Master's, I think so, informatics is added also. Yeah. So as I told you before, ABP program focuses on Asian countries, and I would like to showcase that point. For master's course, the Asian countries, the target is a little bigger, but India is there, and I hope, I wish more students from India apply to come and study in Japan and in Shizuoka University. As told by our earlier presentators, there's a lot of scope of education, higher education here in Japan. And for master's program, again, it's the same slide I'm showing, 40 students each year, and there are twice we take students. One is for April, starting from April, and the other is starting from October. So the science, engineering, informatics, agriculture, there are many subjects are there, specialist subjects are there, but we also, in order to support ABP students at Shizuoka University, we have special subjects courses for ABP students to help them keep their grades competitive and help them graduate with good grades. Plus, we also offer them Japanese lessons to improve their Japanese language skills. For master's student, research work is very important, and laboratory work and dissertation is very important. For both undergraduate and master's student, after they finish, career support and guidance for finding appropriate career for them is very important. We offer that. And then we have internship programs wherein the students are given motivations to visit some companies even in Japan or out of Japan. And we offer these internships where they can go and work in the company before joining such a company for working over there. Now, um, my colleagues from Kyoto University and Tokyo University, they have already shown a fee structure. Our national university's fee structure is more or less always the same. It's almost same. As you can see, it's not big difference. But the big difference comes in the lifestyle or when you live in a city. I think so Tokyo and Kyoto, they are very beautiful cities, but they are also very expensive cities. And Shizuoka University comparatively is not so expensive, and the cost of living for per person, be it a boy or a girl, is approximately 70 to 80,000 yen per month, which is relatively better than living in large cities, which of course is beautiful, but it's a little bit expensive. And for master's degree also, we offer scholarships also. And for same almost features are there. But for master's program, the scholarships and tuitions based on their grades and performances, it can be maintained at the same rate or it will reduce to half of it. And these are the master's courses, subjects, different subjects in which master's is being offered in informatics, in mathematics, physics, chemistry, as you can see, and in engineering, different fields. Again, I would like to point out that in Q&A, somebody has asked about civil engineering. Unfortunately, we don't have a master's course in civil engineering. And we have agriculture science also. So how to apply for a master's program here at Shizuoka University? The best procedure and all these guidelines are available online. I would request all the attendees who are interested, please Google us, Shizuoka University, and please visit our website and you can find all the necessary information online. But before you apply, please find a prospective academic supervisor and then you check whether they accept or he or she is willing to accept a student. If he or she is, the professor is interested in accepting you, the next step will be online application. And because of this ongoing COVID situation, a lot of uncertainties are there for young students who want to go out of India to study. Online application is ongoing. We accept students and many students from India have been accepted. We do, application is there online which can be done. Screening is done online, interviews, everything. Even the selection process is done online. But as told by earlier by my colleagues also, visa related documents, when we send them, because of these situations, extreme situations, sometimes the document don't reach on time or the embassy is closed in India. So visa is not processed. And because of that, a delay is there and you might not be able to join us as early as possible. So we have to follow the rules and guidelines of Government of Japan as well as Government of India for travel purposes. So other than that, the program is running and you can apply and you can select your faculties and you can come and join us as and when you get all the valid documents. So both of our campuses, we have a very diverse group of students from India and from all the other Asian countries, Thailand and Vietnam and Myanmar, Bangladesh, and of different multicultural ethnic people are there. So you can feel comfortable not only in speaking in English, or if you are interested in learning other languages also, you get an opportunity. And of course, you can speak and get a better understanding of Japanese language and culture. This is our campus. Sorry, this is the dormitory, students' dormitory. As you can see, it was very recently built, few years ago. It's very well furnished, and it is a single room. So you're not sharing your room with anybody, and it gives you privacy. And on your floor, there are 5 to 6 such single rooms, and you can have, but you have to share your common kitchen. And we have Wi-Fi and all the amenities available to the students, and it costs you around 40,000 yen, 40 to 30,000 yen per month, and it is relatively cheap. And this is the contact information, Shizuoka University, and if there is any question or anything, please send us email at global@adb.shizuoka.ac.jp, and you can please check our website also for further information. At Shizuoka University, we have a lot of international activities going on, our collaborations with different universities. And this is one such inter-academia with Asian and European countries. So we are like a melting pot. We all come over here and give presentations, our groups, universities, and we share each other's interest and enlighten ourselves with the new knowledge. These are some few Asian universities who are participating in inter-academia program. From India, there are SRM University and Anna University at present, and we hope to increase the number of Indian participating Indian universities. This is from Indonesia, this is from Thailand, and we have these alumni meetings and associations to promote further such interactions in Asia. Thank you very much for your attention, and see you in Shizuoka. And once again, I wish everybody, stay safe and take care of your disease, and hope to see you here at Shizuoka. And if there are any questions, please let me know.
Thank you very much, Professor Dev, for your presentation. And there are many questions. Most of the questions are being answered live by the panelists. If you also answer some of the questions, and if you would like to comment on the general scheme of questions or any question you would like to pick up, it's your field.
I just want to say that at Shizuoka University, we don't have medicine.
Yeah.
So no MBBS or dentistry, and another in engineering field, we don't have civil engineering.
There's one question like for Shizuoka University, when is the intake conducted every year? So what is the timeline?
So the examination, the 1st April, beginning of 1st of April, the first semester begins. So for student to enter in that phase, the application process and screening, everything starts around December, January. So for that phase, as the students, if they are interested to enter in April, they have to apply in December, January. The second entrance will be in October, and for that phase, they have to apply in June, July.
Okay.
Because of this extreme situations, we have even been a little bit flexible, and the dates have been modified slightly, and that information is available on website. So the current status, if somebody is interested, please Google us and visit our website, and you can see that.
Thank you, Professor Dev. I would also like to mention that the link to Shizuoka University's admission process and other details are shared in the chat. So if you have further questions, it's better to go to the link and get your answers properly answered from the website. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
So that's all from Shizuoka University. So moving ahead, I will share the screen. Okay, so now we have our final presentation by Japan Science and Technology Agency. From JST, Japan Science and Technology Agency, we are joined by Mr. Yuji Nishikawa. So I'll hand over the mic to Mr. Nishikawa.
Good afternoon or good evening. My name is Nishikawa. Today, I make a brief explanation on our invitation program to Japan from the world. So it's called Sakura Science Program. So just, okay. Based on this slides, I'll explain our Sakura Science Program. This is a short invitation program. And before that, the Japan Science and Technology Agency is a government agency, a research funding agency under the Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science and Technology, called MEXT in short. They also provide scholarship, and the JST is one of the biggest research funding agency, and we do the human resource development in science and technology. And this is annual budget is about 1.2 billion in US dollars. And we spend this money for research promotion and so on. This is India office. Actually, I opened the India office in 2015, and together with the University of Tokyo, we share the same also in New Delhi. So we look after all South Asian countries. This is the place just north of Diyapa, very close to Diyapa, south of Delhi. And then we do, just to take an example of India, we do research projects like this, 3 projects related to ICT, information communication technology. Like this one, for example, University of Tokyo and IIT Bombay, University of Tokyo, IIT Hyderabad, Kyushu University, IIT Delhi, like this. This is another program called SATREPS. This is done together with Nagoya Electric Works and Nihon University, plus in IIT Hyderabad. And this is all started in 2016, and the term is 5 years. So it is still going on. And we added 2 more projects recently, and these are Nagoya University, IIT Kanpur, for example, University of Tokyo, IIT Hyderabad, and so on, many other universities. These projects are going on. So if you come to Japan and then join the Japanese University or the Japanese Research Institute after you graduate, then you are also eligible to join the kind of, apply for this kind of joint research programs from Japan. And that's now moving on to Sakura Science Program. This is a short-term invitation program, introductory invitation program to Japan. Term is about 1 to 3 weeks. And then we invite, or actually we finance the invitation by the receiving organization like universities. And then they invite from various countries. So originally, this is 41 countries. Up to last year, we are inviting from 41 countries. But now, starting April this year, JST decided to expand the target of our invitation to all countries in principle. And as well as to not only the science, natural science, but this year, starting this year, we are going to cover humanity and social sciences people or students can be invited by this program. So almost everybody can come to Japan by this program for a short time. So before you choose Japanese university, maybe you may be interested in just come and see what it looks like. So if you can come by this program, you'll see a very good picture of the Japanese university and so on. So this program is divided into three parts, but component, but 80% is open application type program. This is Japanese universities, Japanese research institute, Japanese companies, they, or even high schools, they become the receiving party and they become the applicant to this program. That means the applicant is a Japanese organization. And then during duration of stay is from 1 week to maximum 3 weeks. I omit these two. And then eligibility is from 15 to 40. 15 means in Japan, high school, first year high school student is 15 years. So for example, in India, it is a 10th grade to 12th grade, and up to 40 years of age. Yeah, and in the past it was science students only, but now this year social sciences and the humanities students can be invited by this program. But one point is that the students who have not stayed in Japan before, because if you already spend a few months for study or work, then you are not eligible. But basically for the first time coming visitors only. But of course, short-term sightseeing is exempted. And then open application time programs, receiving organization in Japan submit proposal and we provide financing to the receiving organization. And then this is the example of the University of Tokyo who applied and successfully got this program. And so University of Tokyo invited 10 computer science students from IIT Delhi, IIT Hyderabad, Kanpur, Madras, in 2019. And they introduced their courses in computer science courses. These are the students from India. This is just an example. These are the university top rankings university ranking who received the greatest number of people from out by this program. So top university is Miyazaki University who have already received over 700. Okayama University also 700. Osaka University, Tokyo Metropolitan University, Shibaura Institute, Kyushu Institute of Technology, and then university also comes here. And then many universities have already invited so many people from so far 41 countries. So and then this is the total number so far. This program started in 2014, and then up to 2019. Because of the COVID-19, there's nobody invited physically to Japan in 2020. But so far we have in total more than 33,000 people from 41 countries have been invited. From India, nearly 2,900 people already invited. For example, from Sri Lanka, over 300, and then these are the ranking of the people invitees, number of invitees. So this is growing very rapidly, starting from this number, and this recently about 7,000 people annually being invited. And then those who come to Japan by this program automatically become the alumni member. And then, for example, in India, we had our first alumni meeting in 2018. This is a Japanese ambassador's official residence. And the main guest, chief guest from India was, I'm sure everybody knows, if you are from India, everybody knows, Vijay Raghavan. He is a principal scientific officer to the government of India. He was the main chief guest to this alumni meeting. So that time we selected the coordinator of the India Alumni Association. And Dr. Jitendra Chu, he's assistant professor at ISA Pune. He is now the chief of this alumni association. He's running this alumni association. And this is the second alumni meeting for India. It was 2020 February. So just before this COVID-19 came in fully. So we are lucky enough to have this in IIT Delhi. And then in Sri Lanka, for example, we had alumni meeting in 2019, first alumni meeting 2019 February, and together with the National Science Foundation of Sri Lanka. They are a great supporter for this program in Sri Lanka. And we had a Japan alumni meeting last March this year. Yes, this is online. We did it online. And he is a person from India, Mr. Chirayu Kotari. He is studying in master course at the University of Tokyo. And the main speaker was Dr. Mori. He is the first astronaut, official astronaut. He went from Japan. He went to the space. I think it is the beginning of 1990s. And we had this meeting very successfully. And then this Sakura Science program is very highly valued and appreciated by both governments, sending and receiving countries. And so this is, for example, Japanese Prime Minister and the Indian Prime Minister come visiting each other every year. So in the joint statement, always the Sakura Science program is mentioned. No? So this is a very well established and known to both government. And they do have a government-to-government meeting on the science and technology together with India and Japan. This is the 10th joint committee meeting on science and technology. We had an online meeting. This is a Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Japan. And this stage also we discussed fully about the Sakura Science program as well. And so this is to conclude, the most important thing for you is people from India. For the sending organizations in India or Sri Lanka or in any countries to capitalize on the Sakura Science program, sending organizations in each country should have or should find receiving organizations in Japan, because receiving organization in Japan is going to apply to this program together with the sending organization. So sending organization must have this partner in Japan. So if you are a student, please request your professors or the vice chancellors to find the right party, and then together apply for this program and come to Japan. And then after, if you come to Japan and if you like Japan, and come to Japan to study or to get a job or whatever. Well, thank you very much. So we will like to see you soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nishikawa, for your presentation. So I will share the screen again. So this brings us to the end of today's webinar. Thank you very much for sticking with us till the end. And today we had presentations from 3 of the top universities in Japan. They gave us a very comprehensive insight into the education system and admission process, along with the view into the campus life, the beautiful landscape of Japan, and career opportunities. So we will have many more sessions with various different programs in the coming sessions. So please stay tuned and keep visiting the website of UTokyo India office for the upcoming sessions. Having said that, I wish you all a very good health, and please keep safe and take care. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Swapnil.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your help today.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Take care.